Hello, it is Meatless Monday. I'm here to help you to live healthier, happier life both inside and out, okay? So tonight we are going to do a really quick dish. Every week I'm going to try to make these at least under 30 minutes. So something quick, something easy, something healthy, something meatless. It's kind of like my goal. So today we're going to do my version of Panera Bread's Mediterranean quinoa salad. I order this salad probably 4 times a week and it's like $8. So I'm like, oh, I could probably make that at home. That's pretty simple. We're going to make that tonight. I've already started my quinoa. So let's talk a little bit about quinoa. So I am using this quinoa. So I'm just using regular white quinoa. I like the tricolor, but this is from Costco and it's super duper cheap for quinoa because quinoa is pretty expensive. I like this usually, and this is already triple washed, but I usually just rinse it a little bit and then I put it in the pan, frying, and let it fry and kind of roast a little bit before I actually start to cook it. So I put this in. I'm just gonna tell you how I do this because I've done this before the show to save time. Okay, so I put this in. I add 1 cube. Is that backwards? It's probably backwards, right? So this is a Rapunzel vegetable cube with herbs. I usually add this with this. And for this particular salad, I actually added a bunch of little sweet peppers. You can use any kind of bell peppers you like. Yellow, orange, red are probably going to taste the best because they're actually sweet. So I've already chopped these up. I've already put all this. I just throw this all in the pan. And one little quick tip also is I boil my water first. So I just usually boil my water, pour it in the pan, and then let it boil. And it usually, quinoa is really quick. And that's another nice thing about quinoa is it cooks really quick, really healthy, and you can kind of make it taste however you want it to taste. So if you wanted to do like a chicken cube, if you wanted to do like a beef cube, you can kind of switch it up. So let me check the quinoa really quick. Alright, so you're going to start it off on high heat and then you're going to lower the heat down and just kind of let the water evaporate. If you've never made quinoa before, that is what it looks like. So you want it to dry out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is just allow it to continue to evaporate because there's a little bit more water in here. And then it'll be ready by the time we get to the salad. So the heat is all the way down. I'm going to put the lid on. Actually, I'm just going to turn the heat off. And we're going to get to prepping the rest of the salad. So let's talk a little bit about quinoa because quinoa is kind of new on the scene, right? However, in South America, they've been eating it forever and it's actually one known as a superfood here, but over there it's known as like Mother Nature's great food, right? So people think it is a grain, but it's actually a seed. So that's one thing that people always get confused when they say, oh yeah, I'm not eating grains or anything, even though we count it as a grain when we're, you know, if you're counting your macros, you're going to count it as a grain, but it's not a grain. It's actually a seed. So it is gluten-free and it's usually harvested organic. So usually that's not an issue either. So that's it about quinoa. So we got the peppers, we got the quinoa going. We're going to start the salad. I really usually don't do soft grains. I like a hard textured salad. I like to be able to crunch my salad, okay? So I'm going to add more kale to this salad than the other greens. And you could play with the greens in this salad. It's pretty versatile. And again, this is just my version of their salad. You could make your own version. I actually add a couple other ingredients just because I like kind of a sweet and savory type of thing. And so one reason I don't like the soft lettuces is because they go bad really quickly, right? I've been using these awesome things by Tupperware. I kind of went back to Tupperware. Although these are very, very expensive, I need to find a cheaper version. So if you guys know of anything that will hold my greens longer, that is not an arm and a leg, post that below. Alright, so I got my greens in here. Let's talk about bell peppers first before I move on, because I wanted to actually give you guys some caloric values, some education on the things that we're putting in here so you know how nutritious this is. So for bell peppers, they're actually a fruit. Who knew? In the tomato family. And so they're actually 92% water, which I did not realize that. And then the rest is carbohydrates and maybe a little bit of fiber. So one medium-sized red bell pepper contains 169% of the RDA's recommended value of vitamin C. So that's super duper amazing. And so for kale, you're getting another one of the superfoods that is kind of new on the scene. So you have kale that's new, you have quinoa that's new on the scene lately. And so kale is also known as a superfood, and some people either really like it or they really hate it. I really like it a lot, in both the curly and the dinosaur, and I have both of them in here. I love both of them. I love it raw, I love it sauteed. I think we sauteed last week, this kale. So you'll see I cook a lot with kale. But this is high in fiber, vitamin K, lots of phytonutrients, so tons of antioxidants, great for diabetes, great for high blood pressure, also the same thing for the bell pepper, okay? So we're gonna also go ahead and add in, this salad goes some chopped cucumber. So these I'm just gonna go ahead and chop up right now. And I'm actually doing them kind of thick because you want a little bit of a crunch to it. So normally in this salad at Panera, I'll get the cucumber just because I don't get the feta, because it comes with feta. And I don't get the olives just because it's just weird. It's just too many textures for me. I'm just weird with textures. But I'm gonna make it as if it's a Panera salad today, okay? With a little bit of Dama twist. And so let me know, guys, I need to know if you guys want me to post the ingredients earlier in the week, because I'm figuring out what I'm gonna make before. If you guys want me to post the ingredients earlier, just so then you guys, if you guys want to make it along with me, you can. So let me know if you guys want to do that. Let's see, what else are we going to put in here? We're going to put an avocado. I usually add avocado because I usually, like I said, I usually don't get the feta. All right, and I'm just going to lay this on top. And with the avocado, you really don't need any other fat in the salad besides the olives, which is also a really good fat, but you don't really need the avocado either. So this is what I have so far. So we have avocado, we have cucumber. I'm gonna add the olives. Oh, and you know what? I usually add plum to mine when I get home. And then I also add some seasoning, just because I don't use a whole lot of dressing on mine. So I'm just using Kalamata olives. And again, very nutritious. We always think of it as, you know, a fat, but it's actually a monounsaturated fat. So it's the good stuff. And again, Mediterranean. So when we think of the Mediterranean diet, we think of weight loss, easy weight loss, healthy fats. So that's what we're getting with the olives. So one other thing I usually always add is either some spike, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And then I also add herbamar as a seasoning as well. And I think I'm using the herbamar with salt. I also have a salt-free one too. The quinoa is done. And so that is what it looks like when it's done. It moves, it's not sticky, it's very, very loose. And that's what you want. So that is done, and we're gonna put that on top. They also have some sliced almonds on theirs, so we'll add a few of those. I am almost out of these, so I'm like scraping the bottom of the bag on this. So with almonds, you're getting, again, good healthy fat. You're getting protein, relief from constipation, respiratory disorders, anemia, and it's actually a good source of iron. All right, so that's what we have so far. I'm gonna top this with some quinoa. Try to wait till it cools off just a little bit, before I actually top it. I usually put a little bit of this on top too, which is like a little bit of dairy-free Parmesan by Follow Your Health. I usually add a little bit of this as well, just for the feel and the looks of some dairy. If you're transitioning or if you just want that extra cheesy taste. And then I add the quinoa on top.
Yum.
And Nalani says yum, y'all. And she's 4.
Can I taste?
You can taste it. Alright, and so I usually also put a little bit of this on top of it in place of a salad dressing.
What is that?
This is plum, and it's like fermented vinegar. It's an Asian filtered vinegar, but this is like my favorite. Then I also put like a light balsamic vinegar on top. If you don't have time to make your own, this one doesn't have that many ingredients in it, which is why I choose this one. And I thought about doing a salad dressing video, but again, I'm trying to keep these short and sweet and to the point. Meatless Monday, just so you guys can move on with your evening and just maybe go and try it. So here's what we have, and that's the Mediterranean quinoa salad, my rendition of the Panera Bread one.
Oh, yum.
And so we're gonna let Nalani taste it and see if she likes it. Is it good, Nalani?
Yeah.
Nalani says she likes it and it's good. Can I get a thumbs up in the camera? Cool beans. Alright, so that's all I have, guys. Nalani says it's good. And then I'll be teaching a business course. Also, I don't know if that'll be this year or if it'll be the first of the new year. So, there's the salad, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I will be on next week. And I think next week we're going to do possibly a soup. I don't know. I just ordered an Instapot. And so maybe I'll do something in the Instapot. So we'll see. If you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to skedaddle. And I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy your evening. And thank you so much for joining me tonight on our Mediterranean quinoa salad. And until next time, guys, peace.